Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sandra Nuut, and today I'm here to talk about why and how fashion museums need to change. There is a remarkable increase in fashion exhibitions, but first I would like to ask, is there a great difference between a store and a museum exhibition? Look at these two exhibitions. Can you tell which one is staged at the department store and which one in the museum? Or who is handling the design object in the image? Or even historically, can you determine which display belongs to a museum and which one to a store? Today, curation does happen at the department stores. They try to grab our attention with curated spaces like these brand galleries at Tower Street Market in New York. But moreover, there are real exhibitions, like this one, Ocean Washed Up, curated and designed by Judith Clark for the Selfridges department store in London in 2011. It carried a political message highlighting the environmental issue of overfishing. Since the 1990s, design and fashion critics have become increasingly concerned about the process of commodification of fashion exhibitions. They believe that the fashion exhibition in the museum is the Trojan horse that merely promotes the fashion company. And today, the critique is still mainly concerned with commerce, the latter's detrimental effects on culture and the authoritative museum institution. The most visited fashion exhibition to date is the Alexander McQueen Savage Beauty at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in 2011 with over 600,000 visitors. This means there were more than 4 times the average number of daily visitors compared to similar exhibitions. It is an exhibition that was sponsored and designed by the House of Alexander McQueen, and cynically, we could ask if it was a promotion for the fashion house that used a prominent museum space, or whether the museum was even needed for staging the show. So, what is the role of fashion curator in a museum today when an exhibition can, and I believe should, take place beyond museum walls? According to the Code of Ethics for Curators, the curator's job is to interpret, study, care, and develop a collection at the museum. The Code of Ethics for Curators also states that the well-being of any museum depends on the public's confidence that its decision-making is driven by greater interest of the community it serves and is not influenced by the potential for personal gain or the needs and practices of the marketplace. The figures show that fashion exhibitions are extremely popular, but I do not believe that there is enough confidence in the field's credibility, and this code of ethics is hardly being adhered to. I believe that curators as well as fashion critics should make it their mission to build public confidence in fashion design and exhibiting. I believe that trust and credibility could actually be gained with even tighter connections and collaborations between fashion industry and the museum institution. The curator is a scholar who researches the field and follows contemporary design and trends, but the curator should be even more. The fashion curator should also be a mediator and an advocate for innovation both in fashion and museums. Fashion exhibiting should not be bound by museum walls or physical spaces. New media and technology enhance the physical, animate the archives. Digital exhibitions are more accessible and have more visitors than their physical counterparts. And I have an example of a digital exhibition. Show Studio is an online platform that carries live fashion media. There are more than 300 little exhibitions on the website. Show Studio's project Punk DIY invited its visitors to interpret punk clothing and use it as a subject of a film or animation. This project is a great example of new media usage, context creation, and visibility enhancement for a physical exhibition. At the very same time, what has happened to the fashion store? Companies are developing engaging websites to attract customers. E-commerce's domination is altering the importance of the physical store. Collaborations between stores and designers are a way for the stores to promote, but also for the creative to expand their career and reach wider audiences. Look at this Barney's window display. This is a collaboration between Belgian fashion designer Dries van Noten and filmmaker Andrew Zuckerman. The filmmaker produced original short films for the window displays, but such a spectacle is nothing new. Window display commenced in America in the 1840s. This was before fashion entered art museum collections. Furthermore, in the 1920s, Metropolitan Museum of Art provided study resources, lectures on design trends for businessmen, and stores presented Art Deco exhibitions on their own. I'm not trying to undermine the current curatorial practice in the museum, but I do question what is the future of the fashion museum. I support the close relations and collaborations between the creative industries and museum institutions. I advocate for a fashion museum that is by nature dispersed, a museum that has a platform and is not dependent on bricks and mortar. To this end, I have created an activist exhibition on the streets of New York. This is the label I put in front of the Prada store. The label is a trick to have the public to consume culture using commerce techniques. After you scan the QR code with your smartphone, a video explains the display like a museum audio guide. And now I'm going to show you a short clip of a video you would see on your iPhone. You have entered Shoppy's Museum and Exhibition. This is Gallery 1, Prada. The first gallery is situated in Soho, New York City. Try to align your movements with mine. Patterned clutches, totes, shoulder bags, all in leather, are displayed on 4 levels. Prada ugly chic or bad taste made cool is best displayed here. Fur in the light blue bag. Italian fashion houses are not scared of fur. Let's continue. Go around the corner. More bags. Why? Bag is the design object that brings the money to the 21st century fashion house. Streamlined experimentation, references to popular culture. It is power dressing for the contemporary woman. Prada Museum in Soho. In this experiment, technology builds a bridge between material and immaterial, past and present, and it also creates a new layer of experience. Today, the curator should not simply be a caretaker of a collection or organizer of a display, but also a critical communicator, a design advocate, using the ever-expanding exhibition medium in all its dispersed locations. Thank you.